Section 11-1, Part 2. When a transversal intersects two parallel lines, corresponding angles are congruent. That's a very important statement. When a transversal, here's my transversal T, intersects two parallel lines, these lines are denoted that they're parallel because I see little arrows right here and right here. The little arrows mean they're parallel, okay? So if I name this line A, this line B, I could now say that A is parallel to B. We use two straight vertical lines to mean parallel. A is parallel to B. So when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, corresponding angles are congruent. So before we can say that corresponding angles are congruent, we must know that lines are parallel. Congruent angles have equal measure. When I use the word congruent, I'm just meaning the two angles have the same degree, same measure. You can mark angles with arcs to show that they are congruent. So here, notice that they're showing us that 1 is congruent to 5 because they're corresponding angles. They're on the left side of the transversal, both up above the parallel line. So 1 corresponds to 5. Since A and B are parallel, 1 is congruent to 5. We also know that angle 4 is congruent to angle 8. 4 is congruent to 8. Yes, look at your little arcs. 1 had 2 arcs, 5 has 2 arcs. 4, I put 1 arc, and 8, 1 arc. All right, we also know that 2, I'm going to use 2, I'm going to put 3 arcs, corresponds to 6, and corresponding angles are congruent as long as lines are parallel. So we know that angle 2 is congruent to angle 6. Then we know that 3 and 7 are also congruent. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 7, congruent, okay? Angle 3 is congruent to 7 because they're both on the right side of the transversal, both below the parallel line.